Hello, I got places to be.
Here is a map of the trip I'm taking. It's going to take me about 2 nights and 3 days, and it should be pretty fun. I'm really looking forward to it. I'm not bringing any food or water. I'll just buy stuff as needed, and we'll see how we go. The bike is packed. Let's hit the road. So I've made it to my first stop, which is Kamloops Lake. I'll do a rundown on the bike, the stuff I've done to it, and how I packed it later. Just got to Cache Creek, and I'm with my friends here. We're just hanging out. Cache Creek looks quite nice. Super deserty and sandy out here. Still quite cold. You know, you'd think it would be a bit warmer due to being a desert. This is the start of Highway 99. I'm riding through Marble Canyon, and this is actually a limestone mine. There is a little island right there, and it has a house on it. And you probably won't be able to see this on the camera, maybe you will. But there is a large amount of fish just on the outskirts of this dark area.
To the town of our Freer rode a stranger one fine day. Hardly spoke to folks around him, didn't have too much to say. No one dared to ask his business, no one...
There's a waterfall right there, and I'm just descending behind these trees into some really big mountains. I just pulled in to Lillooet, and it is a very pretty town. And what you're seeing over there on the horizon, firstly that's a train station, but not that. These absolutely massive snow-covered mountains, that is the coastal mountain range. That train station looks quite cool. I did not find any gas in Lillooet. It seems like there is no gas stations. That is just an A&W. But yeah, I got this lovely little Reynolds hotel with a pub and a restaurant and stuff. I'm gonna guess I'll find a gas station on the way, so I am just gonna head out. Okay, let's hit the road. Okay, I just got gas. That's 6.3 litres for 170k, I think. This is just on the way to Whistler. I'm about to stop at Seaton Lake. I am at Seaton Lake, and it is such a beautiful lake. I hope the colour of the water comes up on camera. It is an absolutely beautiful turquoise colour, and it's so clear. And there's no one else where I am, but and the temperature is warming up a little bit. Such a nice day.
It's not a big motorcycle, just a groovy little motorbike. It's more fun than a barrel of monkeys that two-wheel fight. We'll ride on out of the town to any place I know you like. First gear, it's alright.
There's so many amazing parts to stop at. I feel like I'd just be pulling over every like 10 minutes, but this one was definitely worth it. So I've just been gradually climbing up these amazing twisty roads, so it made the road super narrow, and it is getting cold. When I stop it feels quite nice and warm. When I'm cruising along at about 80, the wind, like you really feel the air temperature drop. Okay, so I'm not that far from Joffrey Lake, like literally about 200 meters, but the car park is absolutely packed, and I'm worried it's going to be really snowy and muddy. Like a lot of people that are heading down there have like hiking boots and hiking poles. Okay, the snow is actually hard packed, so I can walk on it, but I've got to carry all my drone stuff because I don't want it to get stolen. in the car park, but it seems like a bit of a waste because no drones. Excuse me, is this the way to the actual lake? Yes. Oh, perfect. This is Joffrey Lake. If I'm being honest, it's quite unremarkable. It's not really worth coming down to, but... So I'm at the car park at Joffrey Lake, and it is like the surface of the moon in here. It's got these massive deep potholes filled with water. And I didn't really want to come in here, but there were so many people. I thought Joffrey Lake must be quite impressive. It is not. I would rate it like probably a 2 out of 10 in terms of lakes. But you never know until you see it, so now I need to somehow navigate my way out of this.
Uh-oh, we're in trouble. Something's come along and it's burst our bubble. Uh-oh, we're in trouble. Gotta get home quick, march on the double.
Okay, I'm in Pemberton now, and it is really beautiful. These massive snow-covered mountains everywhere. Gonna eat some food, and then continue on with the trip. I'm just about to start eating. I'm sitting outside with all my stuff, but it's just starting to rain. The police just pulled up next to me. I'm just enjoying my cheeseburgers. It's still raining. I'm feeling kind of tired though, so it's nice to be outside. This impressive mountain just here is Mount Curry, and I was hoping it would stop raining so I could get some better footage. It just keeps raining. I don't know if it's going to get harder or it's going to stop.
There you go, damn, shorty look good and I'm thinking about getting at her. Okay, time to whistle at her. Hey.
Very nice. I'm kind of on schedule, but I would quite like to set up camp early, have a little rest. I am at the village centre. It looks very European. It kind of reminds me of like a shopping centre, and it's kind of normal in English cities. There were 2 guys just here on very nice Ducatis. I think one was a 1299, the other one was a Panigale EV4. I think my campsite for the night is about 40 minutes away, or maybe I'll say about an hour, because I have no idea where I'm going. I guess I better get on there. I haven't been crying. When I was leaving Whistler, I had my visor open to crack, and there was just these seeds falling from the trees, and they all, well, not all, but a couple of them got through the crack in the helmet and went straight into my eyes. So yeah, I've had like seeds in my eyes for the last like half hour of riding. Anyway, I am at Brandywine Falls, and I'm just gonna go and hike over and check it out quickly. I wasn't really gonna stop there, but it reminded me in Lord of the Rings. This bridge looks really cool. This is on the way to see Brandywine Waterfall. That's nice. It's in the middle of the bush. A railway crossing. Yeah. We have the waterfall right here. It looks very nice. I'm so thirsty, I could just sit at the bottom of that with my mouth open. Okay, we got a little lake down there, it would look like. Very nice. Very nice. And this trail through the woods, it's a very easy, picturesque trail. Okay, I'm getting attacked by mosquitoes, but I'll give you a quick rundown of the bike. So it's a 2011 CBR 250R, so obviously a 250cc engine. It has, it's completely stock, apart from it has a Yoshimura and it has the Yoshimura PIM2 fuel management, like ECU plug-in thing. When I bought it, it was obnoxiously loud, it's a single cylinder, 250 or 249, and it sounds like a wet fart when you rev it. It doesn't sound anywhere near as good as a 4-cylinder. So I got a baffle, and even with that, it's pretty brutal. But the stock exhaust is extremely heavy. I can't remember how much it weighs, but putting this one on was always a significant weight reduction. So on the back, I've just bungeed to the rear foot pegs and to the rear grab rail, which is I have my tent and a towel. This is a 2-man tent, which has, it's not like a super lightweight one. I've got a little tiny roll mat. It's just a yoga mat, so it's not as thick as a sleeping bag roll mat. My sleeping bag, I just put it in a thin bin bag, just in case I got rained on heavily. Luckily, not too bad today, it stayed nice and dry. I've got my tank bag. This I can actually open up like an accordion with this zip, and it will come up to about here. But the problem is then, like, it's so big, it's absolutely stupid. You can barely reach the handlebars. The only thing in here at the moment is my camera gear, and I've got this touring screen. Well worth it. Well worth it. So I tinted this badly. I should have polished it before I tinted it, but I didn't. That's okay. Oh yeah, I got these lovely foam grips on. It helps reduce the vibration, and if you have slightly bigger hands, it just it fills your hands a bit better when you're riding. Okay, so we'll have a look at the rapids that are just here in a sec, but it occurred to me that a lot of people haven't seen these bear bins before. These ones, as you can see by that diagram, you push up and it unlocks it, and then you lift it. Very tough. I need to go find some food for dinner, because I didn't pack any food. I'm just going to buy it as needed. So I'm going to drive into Squamish, get myself a little bit of dinner, then head out to the camping site and get set up. Okay, this fill up was about 7.5 litres, and I did 194.2 kilometers. Just as I was pulling into Squamish, a massive dump of rain came, soaked everything. It's not too bad. I got down into a nice tuck, so not everything isn't soaked through, which is good. And I think it stopped raining, so I'm gonna go get some groceries and go to my camping spot with hopefully a dry tent. This road is absolutely stunning. I was in like hard rain, really windy, kind of really pine areas. Now I'm in this kind of green heaven. I'm absolutely amazed this bike made it here. With inflated tyres, it is so hot. First gear, just scrambling up the rocks. Absolutely madness. And it's like you're riding on like loose golf balls. Zero grip. So the bike did really good. I just spent 15 minutes riding up the roughest road imaginable, and then the place I'm camping, it's a good walk. You're not allowed to bring your vehicles close to the campsites though, and the area is swarming with mosquitoes. I packed all my stuff out, which took a little bit of time, I'm so tired and it's starting to get dark. Okay, so this is the campsite I've chosen. I'm gonna put my tent up somewhere in this area, wherever they have the least rocks. I've got my tent set up. There is not much flat ground around here. It looks flat on the camera, but it's all undulating. And there's tons of rocks and bits of chipped up wood and like big rocks stuck in the ground, roots. I'm probably gonna have like a stick in my back tonight or something. It's not the end of the world. I put all the stuff in the tent. I'm getting attacked by mosquitoes quite badly. The road to get up here was absolute hell. It was so steep. It's going to be a real challenge getting back down. It's really, like even on a dirt bike it would be kind of tough. Luckily the 250 is quite light. At least I get this good view. I believe maybe that's Mount Tantalus in the lake. Very nice. My plan for tonight is now to hop in the tent, zip up the mosquito screen, and I'm going to unpack in the tent and I'm going to stay in there until I'm ready to sleep, and then I'll probably run my food out to the bear bins. There's so many bear warning signs around here, it's got me a bit concerned. Oh, it looks like it's just starting to rain as well. Luckily I'm under the trees, so that's providing a good amount of shelter.
I'm feeling very groggy. It's 5:30 a.m. I went to bed at 10 p.m. and it has been raining all night. So the bike is going to be soaked. I haven't looked outside yet, but yeah. And that road going down the hill is going to be hell. I'm not sure how I'm going to deal with that. I was so tired last night, I didn't eat before I went to bed either, so hopefully by the time I pack up my stuff, eat and I get changed, it will have stopped raining enough that I can get into Vancouver. Without getting too wet. As soon as I woke up, I unzipped the tent and I had a swarm of mosquitoes waiting for me. It smells nice out though, it's super fresh. I'll have a little walk down to the lake. The view of Mount Tantalus isn't that great this morning. Should be just there. That's okay, the lake looks very nice. Yeah, I'm all wrapped up at the Lillooet Lake campsite, and I will not miss its mosquitoes, but the lake is very pretty. I'll have one more glance before heading back down this crazy steep road. Very nice. Very misty. Okay, I've got the bike packed up and ready to go. I'm really hoping I don't drop it. Just my tyres are not, they don't have the right treads. This bit of road is like probably the best bit. And it's not even the road surface necessarily, it's how steep it is. Some of the parts are just pretty much sheer drops. It's absolutely crazy. I'll probably go down the whole thing at walking pace. I just made it down the road from Lake Lillooet. It's just so green and it smells absolutely amazing. It's a little bit wet out, but I just pulled off the highway and this is the car park for Shannon Falls. Apart from my bike and some rental car, completely. I'm just on the walk up to Shannon Falls and it is really beautiful. I guess this is quite a popular trail because it's huge. There was only one other car in the car park. The trail to the lookout point is really nice. It's all paved. I'm getting sprayed with
bit with the water.
But he doesn't realize he hurts us so much. But all the praying just ain't helping at all, 'cause he can't seem to keep himself out of trouble. Don't go chasing waterfalls. Please stick to the
Okay, Porto Cove. I would guess people come here fishing. That is the road I just came along. It was absolutely beautiful. I'm completely soaked. Like, I'm sweaty on the inside and I'm wet on the outside. There's bugs everywhere. The scenery is absolutely stunning though. Very, very nice. It stopped raining. Big bonus. Hopefully I can hit the road and dry out a little bit. Okay, I am now at White Cliff Point, which will be my westernmost point on this trip. I believe that big island is Bowen Island. I might have a snack while I'm here.
That thing is steaming. Okay, I better crack on though. I think my next stop will be Stanley Park.
Just at the West Vancouver Yacht Club. We have a mini cannon. Very nice indeed. Okay, I'm in Stanley Park. I just came in on that bridge. It looks like all the visitor information stuff's been boarded up. I suspect that was a result over the last few years. And no ice cream for me today.
Was it just a game of you? But I'm in so deep. You know I'm such a fool for you. You got me wrapped around your finger. Do you have to let it linger? Do you have to? Do you have to? Do you have to let it linger? Oh, I thought the world of you. I thought nothing could go wrong, but I was wrong. I was wrong if you could get by, trying not to lie.
Yeah, I just got to White Rock and I parked next to a nice Ducati Monster and a Honda CB 1300. Very nice. To get into town, I came down this hill and it said it was something like a 28% grade. Super, super steep. It was really fun though. And funnily enough, it's not the steepest hill I've ridden down today. That dirt hill was way steeper.
Crazy. You can see the telegraph pole here, how in between that telegraph pole and the next, the height is about the same. It's crazy.
It smells really nice there. It smells like the ocean.
And I've dried off pretty well, which is good because it's really quite warm here, very pleasant. And the next place I'm going will be Manning Park, and it will be about 0 degrees when I pass through. So if I'm wet, but when I get through there, I'm just gonna die.
Do you want to go to the seaside? I'm not trying to say that everybody wants to go. I fell in love at the seaside. I handle my charm with time and sleight of hand.
Anyone that thinks you have to start at First Ave is wrong. 0 Ave. And as that flag aptly shows, on the other side of that grass, or that fence with all those Route 66 stickers on, that is America. And this road is in Canada. And I will be I'll be riding down the road. And this road is along the border.
She better be a 10, I ain't picky, but these girls be acting tricky when the situation's sticky and the liquor got them silly. But I take over the world when I'm on my Donald Trump shit. Look at all this money, ain't that some shit? We gon' take over the world while these haters getting mad. That's why all my bitches bad, they see this crazy life I have and they in awe.
He obviously likes these flowers on the side of the mountain. He's very clean there. It's absolutely amazing. Having mountains everywhere makes it a real pain in the ass to get anywhere, but it makes for great riding. So 6.6 litres for 206.4 kilometers. This is the other end of Highway 5A. I think I'm going to set up my tent on this lovely soft sand. The river is right there. Obviously the highway is just on the other side. But hopefully the river doesn't rise too much. Okay, so here is the campsite. It is just deep, deep sand. When I pulled in on my bike, I was just wheel spinning. I managed to get it over to this semi-compacted bit, just so I could kind of leave it. I'm gonna set up my tent just in that corner under the tree. Oh yeah, and my tent is still soaked.
I move like water, I go with the flow. I go back to old school, I go back to Rome. But this is not history, it's the start of the show. Never worry, that is the way that I roll.
Now hopefully that will dry out in not too long. It's nice and warm, it's a bit windy, it's very dry. Okay, so this is where I'm going to have my tent. But when I was packing for my trip, I was so paranoid about weight savings that I only bought 4 of my tent pegs, because there was like a whole bag of them. They were really heavy, and I just figured 1 on each corner would be good. But obviously it's got this little porch thing which needs another 2. So now I'm just letting the cover dry out. With this warm wind, it's drying so quickly. I love it. The contrast from tonight versus last night is insane. Last night I was getting attacked by mosquitoes the whole time I was setting up my tent. It was wet, it was cold. I had to ride up a really steep, slippery, like forest road to the middle of nowhere. The ground, there was nowhere good to put my tent down, so I ended up sleeping on a whole bunch of rocks and chipped up wood. Today, this site was just off the highway, or just off the main road. The ground is just really nice, soft, clean sand. So I should sleep very well tonight on that. It's really warm and really dry. It dried out my tent really nicely. Yeah, no mist. Oh, it just feels so much more relaxing. I definitely needed this. Like, this tent is kind of like a greenhouse too. So I think it's about 19 degrees outside. In the tent it's probably about 22 or something. It's so nice. So I'm going to get changed into my pajamas. The ride today was really nice. Like I said, in the morning I woke up freezing cold, soaking wet. I had to go down that really steep hill. Yeah, then getting into Vancouver was really nice. The traffic was brutal. Even to get to Stanley Park took me an extra hour than what my GPS said, which was an hour, so doubled the time. And then when I left Stanley Park, I got lost, and I ended up going through like downtown Vancouver. So getting to White Rock took a bit extra time. I'll have some food. I've got some ranch and white cheddar flavoured what are they called, crackers, and I've got some pepperoni sticks, so should be good. Okay, it is 6 a.m. and it's about 8 degrees now. It's quite chilly. I had an okay night's sleep. I just checked the weather for today. So it's 8 now, and where I'm going
it's gonna get to, it's just gonna slowly rise all day, so it'll be 8, it'll be 11, 13, 15, and then at the end of the day it should be a high of 28 degrees. Crazy. Which is 20 degrees hotter than it is right now. She looks like a beauty of a day today. Nice and dry. In the night last night, I could hear something walking around right by my head, and now looking, we've got all these tiny little footprints. I'm not sure what animal they're from, but it was running back and forth through these little bushes that were right by my head, inside the tent. I kind of figured it was just a duck or something, because it just occurred to me, I'm just packing up the bike, and if it's going to be a 20-degree change in weather today, then I'm going to guess it's going to be super windy. So I might be riding in crosswinds for most of the day. It's not too bad now, but the sun has just kind of come over the hill. I really like this campsite. But yeah, it's such a nice camping spot, so easy. Like it's good that the road's here, because you just pull off, come down this track, done. No hiking or no smashing the bike up steep rocky terrain for 8 kilometers. Just a nice gentle drive in, nice gentle drive out.
I didn't wanna wake up, but then I felt your touch. Now I notice that I drink too much, and the turning of the universe all alone.
Okay, I just got to Penticton, and it is lovely here. My hands are kind of numb from the cold ride this morning. Kamloops was really nice. It's mostly like vineyards and stuff, a lot of that sort of thing. Penticton is so nice. This is the north side of Penticton. I came in from the south. Everyone here is so friendly. The weather was super nice when I got here. It's starting to get a bit chilly now. Yeah, they have jet ski rentals over there, which they're closed right now, but it's a really good rate. Like, it's pretty cheap. If it was open now, I'd definitely run on and go out for a little spin, but I'll have to come back here. An old paddle steamer. I was still a bit frozen from the morning, so riding along the lake in the lovely warm weather felt amazing. It's 7.6 litres for 87 kilometers. Okay, I am on West Side Road, just outside of Kelowna, and across the lake here is downtown Kelowna. I'll zoom in a bit for you. The roadworks are so bad, I'm literally stopped on the highway. I guess it's quite a nice place to be stopped. So they're doing line painting, is what that sign says. I've been stuck here for bloomin' ages. The lineup goes back as far as the eye can see. See if I can zoom in. Once I got out of the roadworks, the ride back to Kamloops was an easy highway cruise. I was feeling super greasy from living on my bike for the past 3 days, so as soon as I got home I ran inside and jumped in the shower. And then I immediately started planning my next trip.